Hey guys, Mtgnoob here with the red-green aggro deck. I'm on the play and I'm actually going to consider keeping this hand. I think it's very sketchy and we do have the potential to get super blown out, but I'm going to keep it and be greedy. Arbor Elf into hopefully land goes. We get to go Gyre Sage Arbor Elf on turn 2 if we hit a land. If we don't hit a land, we just beat for 1 and go Arbor Elf. So that's what we're hoping happens, that we hit a land, and then we'll get this party started, hopefully. Okay, so let's get underway. Yes, I would, thank you. And I'll play this Arbor Elf. Alright, so we're really hoping we hit a land on our next turn. We both kept, but his hand may be like, smoke your dude, you lose. Land, please? Oh, as always, we had it. Had it. Had it. You love when people say that. I particularly do not. Ready to not evolve, but have a lot of mana. Let's do it. I'm gonna evolve the crap out of this and this next turn. I'm gonna evolve these dudes. Oh no, what is this? Augur of Bolus? Really? Really? Is that an augur? That's messed up. Oh no, another fog deck? Holy crap on a crap stick. Yuck. We have to have the most awkward hand on earth. God, I really hope I'm not playing another fog deck, but it's a pretty big sign that we're playing another fog deck here. We have all of the mana, sir. Don't even try. We have all of it. Apparently, our hands are very odd. Now, if he goes Detention Sphere here, I'm going to be the saddest panda of them all. We will be bashing no matter what next turn, assuming he doesn't rock'em sock'em robots us with Dissipate. That's annoying. Apparently he gets to do things too. Oh, Urban Evolution. So he's just straight up bug. Oh god, that's a good draw. I believe that's a very good draw. Is that makes all of our dudes do things. I wonder if we could play. We could actually play this now. He has to have quote unquote it here. I think I'm gonna. I really want to go Thundermaw Hellkite. I want to go for it. I want to go for it. We're going for it. We have to just, this has to be, even if it's not good, this has to be the dumbest game of Magic I've played in a long time. Even if it's not good. I could have played the Rampager there and maybe that would have been better. But why not, right? Why not have an insane army next turn? You know he's just going to fog, so whatevs. He's going to fog and just wrath us. Okay, he's not fogging, so he must have a land in hand. If he doesn't fog, I think he just loses. He's got to have a forest here. I mean, I just smash and then hope he doesn't have it the next turn. I can actually work on, and I could ramp these up again. God, I hope I rip like a Hell Rider here. Alright, so I guess he's hoping not to die this turn. So he has something next turn. Let's be honest. Rip something good. That is something good. Does not ramp anything. Let me see. He blocks. takes 2, 5, 8, 13. Yeah, I think he's dead. I believe he is dead, assuming he does not have an Azuri's Charm, a Tragic Slip, a Ultimate Price, or anything of that nature. So blocks. So this is 3, 6, 11, 13. I think we just go for this here. I believe that was the fast F6, which would be good. I don't know why he didn't hold up Fog if he doesn't have a removal spell. And hopefully we don't get that dead. Yep, alright. Stupidest game of Magic I've ever played all year long. I don't know what else to tell you. I just know that was interesting. To say the least. That was interesting. Alright, so we've already played against Fog once. And earlier we took out the Museum Mortars, which I think was fine. And then we were left with 4 cards and kind of just looking and like saying, well, I don't know what's really very good in this matchup. So it seemed like Ground Seals were okay. As with Fogs and things of that nature, I guess he has flashback cards. But then we decided that it may not be, as amazing with the Domri Rod here. As bricking and hitting this. I think Triumph of Ferocity kind of always draws us a card, so that might be an option. So we got to cut 4 cards here. I think Domri at 3 is probably correct. As 4, it doesn't really strike me as amazing. So that's my first cut. And I think 2 Garruk is probably not necessary, although they do fight and kill the crap out of Augur of Bolas. So that's a thing as well. Domri probably fights and does that as well, but ticking him down is not great. Now my next question is Ground Seal really that great in this matchup, or is Triumph just better? Last time we tried Ground Seal and it worked out pretty marvelously. However, I do really want to try this Triumph of Ferocity. I feel that we're going to have power on board. He's going to have to be doing things ramping. Although he's on the play, it may not be as good. But I think I'm going to try the Triumph of Ferocity here and see how that goes as opposed to the Ground Seals. I think the Ground Seals are fine. Maybe we don't want Gyre Sage as much, but I think Gyre Saging is our way to fast victories. However, I don't know if Gyre Sage really does it. So maybe we cut 2 Gyre Sages for some Ground Seals on the draw. But I think we're going to leave this as it is and hope that it gets there. Okay, so here we go in game 2. Okay, this hand's stupid bad. I don't think this hand is aggressive enough. I don't think it does enough. We have this on 2 and maybe we draw something on 3, but even this on 2 he could just ramp. I do like having a flyer in hand, but I think we ship this. I know last hand was way greedier and I kept it, and it probably makes sense to just keep this and hope to draw well. We do have 19 2s that we could draw. You know what? Alright, I talked myself into it. We'll keep it. It's not the most aggro hand on earth. Let's hope we change that. Like a Strangleroot Geist or something like that. Okay, well, we hit a Strangleroot Geist, so hey, I ain't complaining. Swinging for 2 and then 3 seems fine. Assuming he does something nutty here. Alright, maybe he's got a Fog, maybe he doesn't. Ooh, that does change things, because we can go 4, ramp once. I still think with so much mana in hand, we're on the aggro plan here. You know, I think next turn it's Boar. And then maybe the turn after we go Gyre Sage, and hopefully we grow it with this, or pair it with this, do something nutty. Okay, this is probably a Farseek. Maybe a D-Sphere here. Okay, so a D-Sphere, that's fine. We'll see what we draw. I might Gyre Sage here. We really have no way to deal with enchantments. That's something maybe we want to consider. Sure, I'll play this while we're out of counter magic range. Draw a creature? Do it. Sure, draw a creature. Okay, next turn we might do this into this and just not attack. We'll see what happens. I really find this is powerful in this matchup, assuming they don't have another D-Sphere. Okay. I think he would have D-Sphered there. So let's Gyre Sage. And let's Gyre Sage again. And let's look at the top. And it's a land, which I actually don't mind. As next turn we can use that land to do things. Now if he D-Spheres and 2-for-1s us, that sucks. And the longer the game goes, it seems, the better off he is. But with Domri Rod in play, getting Domri Rod up to 7, and then potentially getting rid of it is really a good thing. And making all of our guys hexproof, haste, trample, double strike. I didn't know it gave haste, even though it's right there on the stupid card. I could have just read it. Okay, so my opponent plays a Drowned Catacomb. I'm sorry, I am pausing a lot this match for the simple fact that my opponent is doing his thing, and I guess he may be double tabling or doing something along that line. I could play Boar into Boar. But I think we probably just want to smash face with Dragon. We could go Boar, and do this. I think that might be fine too. I kind of like the Dragon coming off the top. So let's do this. Let's get in some damage via Boar. Boar the Explorer. Okay, so Boar gets hasty. Don't be hasty, Boar. Roar. This is what happens when my opponent decides he wants to play as slow as humanly possible. I more or less just degenerate into sound effect machines. I am like the dude from Police Academy that is actually a robot. But he's not really a robot. But you never know. He might be a robot. Alright, on our turn I think we're doing this. I think he might have a sweep effect though. Oh my gosh, please let me attack. Alright, I'm just gonna go be in pause mode, guy. I apologize. It's 1:40 a.m. trying to get this standard done and put out tonight, but this is the second fog deck I've played. So apparently work will be happening before I get these darn videos out. Okay, so we get to attack here. Hit him for 3. It's gonna happen eventually, I promise. Then we're gonna play this Boar and Domri Rod and end our turn. I promise I'm trying my best for you guys. I wish my opponent decided not to be the slowest Fog player on Earth. I think part of the appeal of the Fog deck is that my opponent gets to frustrate his opponent to no end. Just be like, if I can't beat you, I am going to eat an hour of your life. Which for me is an hour less sleep that I'll get. Which then tomorrow at work I will be a grumpy panda. I'll be like, I am a grumpy panda. I will eat your bamboo and then not share with you. And that sounds like a terrible story about pandas. Now I kind of am not a big fan of pandas anymore. Okay, so after an hour and a half, my opponent finally decided to let me hit him for 3. And now our decision tree is, should I counter this Flinthoof Boar with, I don't know, what costs 1 blue? Spell Snare, which wouldn't, I believe, work here? I think he's like, should I Spell Snare that? So much advantage. Apparently this card is very good against these Fog decks. They really don't have much way to deal with it. I hope we get it to 7 counters and just like Go aggro. Go Domri Rod. I will use you now. Sure. Experiment 1. Welcome to the party. You are a cool guy. Okay, my opponent slams an isolated chapel, which means Terminus is afoot, or Supreme Verdict, or anything. Oh, or Urban Evolution. Somebody's fogging. Okay, he's got a Drown Yard. Okay, I believe fog is inevitable. Domri will go top shelf. I think I might go Wolfie or Silverheart and try to punish him and put him down to 5. I think that's happening. If he has fog, he has fog. Go down to 5, please. Okay, he's at 5. He sweeps. We most likely kill him. We'll get to double strike, which is nice. Okay. This is possibly a Supreme Verdict. He doesn't have counter mana up. However, he might now. Which isn't amazing for us if he does. Okay, he just scoops. Opponent, I love you. You're awesome. Thank you for not ruining the rest of my night and allowing me to sleep. Alright, so we're 2-0 against Fog decks. Go to the us. Thanks for watching. Please check out the mtgnoob.com.